everybody, it's the Blue Gideon, and welcome back to more Let's Play the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we got Tattle in our team. We got turned into a Deku scrub by Skull Kid, and, well, we're just gonna continue on from here on out. So, we have to go through here, and we gotta wait for Tattle. Hey, wait for me! Don't leave me behind! Someone that stuff back there. I apologize, so take me with you. You want to know about the Skull Kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you out. Deal? Please? Okay, so it seems Tattle's going to help us out if we agree with her. Except I don't even have a text box saying yes or no, and she just says, good, it's settled. Alright. No, then I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that Skull Kid. My name's Tattle, so nice to meet you, or whatever. How come I sound like a teenage girl, but I'm like, so shy, I mean, come on. I mean, like, I'm sounding like a Fred voice right. Okay, that's stupid. And we got all that straight. Now, can we stop messing around and get moving? Okay, I'm not doing this voice anymore. If I figure something out, press up and I'll tell it to you. Hopefully you manage to get back without my help until then. Which is really what everybody in Ocarina of Time did, because Navi was so freaking annoying. If anybody has ever played Ocarina of Time, you know what I'm talking about. Navi was so annoying. It's kind of like, in every video game, every good, awesome video game, there has to be something that just plain pisses you off, like a video game character. You know, like Navi in Ocarina of Time, or the Lakitu in Super Mario 64. I swear, I felt like that guy was, like, stalking me. There was Slippy in Star Fox. He pisses me off because he needed saving all the time. And then, there was a lot of other characters in this game, but in Majora's Mask, Tattle's kind of the one that... Well, Tattle's pretty cool. I think Tattle is cool. I think better than Navi. I mean, you got Navi versus Tattle. I'd obviously choose Tattle, because Tattle has more of the rebellious fairy in her body. Yeah. So, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. As you see, Tattle... God, if I don't say Navi, what's more. Okay, so as you see, we're L-targeting a tree. This tree is you, which is the Deku Link. So you're playing as that tree right now. The soul is what Majora sucked out of, and now you're the tree. Oh, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, going through the weird spirally tunnel from Ocarina of Time, the Forest Temple at some random point, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, my hat got clipped on the door. Anyway, time to go up here and walk around here and whoa, all the way over here and do random stuff and whatever, you know what I'm doing. You've met the terrible fate, haven't you? How to get an English voice? I'll give the Happy Mask Salesman an English voice. I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide on search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I found you. Now don't think me rude, but I've been following you. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also give up my precious mask that the imp stole from me. Now, so the random thing is, I don't know if it's, I'm concluding it's, the Happy Mask Shop is an it, because I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I really don't know. I think it's a boy. I'm not sure. The eyes and the mouth are kind of like wandering me. He looks like one of those Japanese guys on like, comedy shows. Like, when they laugh, they put their hand over the mouth and they're like, when they laugh. Why to someone like you, it should by no means a difficult task. Except, the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful would I be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up? But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. Well then, I'm counting on you. What, Opie? What, dog? My dog's still in here. Anyway, I'm recording this one right after the next one, and so it's probably going to be the next 3 episodes. The dawn of the first day! 72 hours remain. Set clock down. Okay. My dog is still here. I have to record like 3 of these episodes simultaneously at once. which I'm kind of not looking forward to. I have to upload them each by each at the same time. Like, because I can't save the game until after the 3rd day. So, yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing. You guys made the creeps. That mask salesman was the... Sorry, just didn't allowed. But 3 days, even if we send it to the leaves with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Well, don't just stand there. We're going to see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate, and you'll find the Great Fairy in there. Okay, before we go to the Great Fairy, follow what I'm doing right now. I actually want to talk about the past of Majora's Mask. During development of this game, they were actually talking about how long they wanted the timeline to be. Like, did they want it to be a week long, a month long, a year long? They actually took in consideration of a year, giving the player 365 days to try to stop Majora. And you couldn't defeat Majora unless you had the 4 giants, which should have taken you about a year to get all 4 of them. Well, yeah. And the days would have gone like a regular day, so it would take a player exactly 1 year, like, to beat this game. Like, it actually took in days. Like, in 1 day, it would actually be a day. And then it would say day 162 on the bottom screen or something like that. They also took in consideration of a week and then going back in time. But then they thought, let's see how long they can go through with only 3 days. And then they decided to go into development, and that's what they did. And the 3-day counter is one of my favorite things ever in a video game. It's like, oh, 3 days? Oh, that's alright. 3 days? That's cool, I can do that. That's easy. Wait, what happens in 3 days? Look up. Holy sh! And then you got the moon, which actually gives it more dramatic. Like, in 3 days, the moon would fall and crush everything, and you had to stop that from happening. And I would actually beat the game. At least I would try to beat this game 100%. If not, I would try to beat it really close to it. I'll try to get every piece of heart, but I probably won't, because I've only beaten it 100% about 3 times. But I will be getting every single mask. I know exactly where each and every mask is, because I've beaten this game 36 times. Done. And every time I've gotten every single mask, and I didn't even need a player's guide. What now? Boom. You gotta bring this fairy to the Great Fairy's Fountain in the North Clock Town, and then it'll turn into a very, very ugly fairy who looks like she ripped off some of her eyes. Because, I mean, just look at that. Is that like a mascara, or did she rip off, like, literally part of her skin connecting to her eye, like how she blinks? Because, I mean, just look at that. Is that just mascara? I don't know. Like her eyeliner. It's like going way out past her eyes. And here's a freaking dimple right here on her face, but you probably can't see that. It's that little dot right next to her mouth. Tattling you, the young Walter shape. Thank you for returning. I should give her a low voice. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I'm the Great Fairy of Magic. I thought that masked child was helping me, and I grew careless. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Please accept it. Alright, so now we're going to get a magic up, and that will actually give us magic, which I think they meant to give this later in the game. But they were wondering what they were going to do for the first 3 days, and how you're going to get through it, you know. So, yeah, kind of cool. Superpowers! You've been granted magic power in your current form. Press B to shoot bubble blast, and press and hold B to shoot a big bubble. Release B to shoot it. Your magic power decreases when you shoot. Replenish it with magic jars and magic potions. The man who lives in the observatory outside of town may know of the Skull Kid's whereabouts, but be careful. You must not underestimate that child's power, kind young one. If you are ever returned to your former shape, come see me. I shall give you more help. Okay, so now that she's gonna... How did she get down to, like, the size of a little figurine and then just disappear? I mean, it's like... so weird. So weird. Anyway, I'll show up what to do in the next episode. So, I'm the Boogity, and I approve this message. I will catch you in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, where we will blow up this Majora balloon in our hatred of Majora. So then, goodbye!